Buffalo, New York.
A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Now after the INT, it's Carr. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. To throw his Carr. Wide open receiver, complete. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your...
And he's in! Touchdown, Raiders! Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Raiders have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Bills, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To the air, Allen. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
A run on first down with Jacobs as he'll get this forward for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, his 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Raiders have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Now Gordon on first down. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. From midfield, here's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
This a quick pass to Davis.
7 yards to pick up there.
If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy, either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal.
Spotted at the left hash, this from 45.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football? It says finish on it, because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Carr completes it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care.
Touchdown! Dawson Knox, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills draw a bit closer. Not no good. He missed it. Missed the PAT. And this will remain a 5-point game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw, it's Carr. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Allen. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, it's Gordon. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Allen. Dancing to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. Touchdown, Bills! Here's Bass now for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On play action, it's Carr. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sand. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing now is Carr. Touchdown, Raiders. It's complete. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. Going deep for Diggs. He's got a man, complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Allen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The final shot here before half for Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, But I think they told him, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now a give here to Pollard, fighting through the tackle at the 30. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On 1st down, Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 44, Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory. Right at the 40. They'll run left with Pollard. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw his Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. On play action. Now Carr. He's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right.
And this is going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen, and he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about. For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Trucks over him. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. Running right through him. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Here's Jacobs. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Raiders add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
A third quarter action here on Christmas Day. Hope everyone's having a blessed holiday season. 2nd and 10 right now. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Allen now looks to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Jonathan Abram picks it. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and
8. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. And he whips that one incomplete there. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big play there for the Raiders.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Here's Carr. Being chased out left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On second and a couple. Allen. Caught right side. Davis.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On play action, Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Carr now on first down. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 47 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Davis with it left side. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big...
There he goes right side. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Throwing now is Allen. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll run on first down.
Gordon.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Here we go.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's Davis. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen. Throw right side, caught by Davis. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A big offensive explosion.